What is going on, my friends, my family? Matitude 22 once again here today with another video. You guys are looking at my blank review area because this is it, baby. We're finally doing our top 21-ish figures of last year. It's last year when you're watching it. I was a little late with this one, but whatever, I'm bringing it to you anyway. I hope you guys are going to enjoy it. Right out of the gate, couple ground rules. So now I tried very hard to pick one figure from each line that I'm collecting. So I tried to pick one of each, and then I would rank them. Now, obviously, smaller lines I lumped as one, so there is some discrepancies, which we'll go through when we get there. So I tried to pick one figure from each line or brand or whatever I'm collecting, and then I kind of ranked them. So hopefully you guys are feeling it. Hopefully you guys are gonna enjoy this video. I don't even know exactly how many figures I have, but it's a lot. I'm gonna be looking at a lot of figures in this one. So grab yourself a nice beverage. Grab yourself a snack, whatever you like. I don't know. Maybe you like celery with peanut butter. That's cool. Maybe you want to grab some chips. I don't know. Whatever. Doesn't matter. We're getting into it, guys. The top 21-ish figures of the year. Let's go. Now, right at the very bottom, number 21. This is the figure I picked to kind of be the best DC figure, which in this case is mostly just DC Multiverse, but this was my favorite DC figure. I think this Darkseid from the Snyder Cut is absolutely stunning. I like this one better than the Gold Label one, where he kind of had the armor. I think this one just looks more like raw, and this one is just more Snyder-esque to me, where this is more like a warrior Darkseid and less of a guy sitting on the throne. Now, what kind of kept him down? There was some issues. I do like his weapon. I do like the weapon a lot, but it's a very soft plastic and it tends to warp. It came super warped out of the package. Also, this is just an issue with mine, but maybe it's just with mine, or maybe yours is like this too. The arm, the shoulder just seems like it's too loose, or like it just busted inside. I don't know. Aside from that, it doesn't do it as bad on this side, but and then the legs super wonky, kind of came like that out of package. But if you disregard that and you just focus on the figure, this is a beast of a figure, and I like him a lot. And this was also this was also a birthday present from my good friend Ian, so thank you for that. So number 21, my favorite DC figure of the year, Snyder Cut Darkseid. All right, as we move on to the number 20 spot, we have from Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, we have the Spinosaurus. Now, this one might be a little controversial. I'm pretty sure this came out in 2021. As a matter of fact, I googled what was the street date for this, and it said 2021. It could have been like 2020. I'm not too sure. So cut me some slack on this one. It's hard to keep up with the Jurassic World releases like it is as some of the other brands. But this is a nice figure. This is a big, beefy dinosaur. You could see inside the mouth. Very nice. He does have some gimmicks. Where there you go. If you press on the neck, you kind of got that. I like this figure. Paint is super good. Paint, very nice. What kind of kept this guy a little bit lower is you can't really pose him. And again, this could be just mine, but I can't pose him any other way than just that, which is not a big deal, but it would be nice if I wanted him to be kind of more, like that. I can't do it, you see. So the neck is articulated so that you can, if you wanted to pose him kind of more tall, you could, but I can't do it on mine. He just crumbles. He just crumbles under the pressure. But either way, this is still a super excellent figure. This was my favorite Jurassic World / Jurassic Park figure of the year. He gets the 20th spot. We have the Camp Cretaceous Spinosaurus. So next up at number 19, we have the Geralt from The Witcher from McFarlane. This was actually my pick for best McFarlane figure that wasn't DC or wasn't Spawn, because DC had its own spot and Spawn is going to have its own spot. So this was basically like anything that I kind of purchased McFarlane that was outside of those two brands, which was a fair amount, but this is a good figure. There's some solid sculpting, some nice paint apps, just a nice looking figure. Now, if I'm being honest, the articulation is good too. If I'm being honest, this is a really, really nice figure, but I think what kind of makes me like this one a little bit less is the sheath for the swords. I don't like that they're open. I wish he would kind of close those off. It just, if you kind of tilt it, it just kind of doesn't look great from behind. Again, maybe a minor nitpick. Face sculpt is decent, but not perfect, but good enough. Overall, if you can live with those kind of things, if you can live with the sheath kind of being exposed like that, especially when you put the sword inside, then this is an excellent figure, and there's nothing wrong with this figure at all. And I stand by the fact that this is one of my favorite, not one of, well, the best McFarlane figure, not counting the Spawn and the DC. This guy definitely takes the cake. But that was number 19. Let's see who came in at number 18. All right, for number 18, I had to give it to the Silver Space Ranger from the Lightning Collection. I think this was absolutely my favorite Lightning Collection figure this year. Love the silver paint. I love that this guy completes our in-space team. Does he? Depending on where you live, I know we got him here in Canada super early, but this is just a solid figure. Now, when it comes to Power Rangers, a lot of them are very similar. That's why it's hard to rank Power Rangers, because they're so similar in terms of minimal sculpt. But this guy's great. I gave them both here. I know this technically isn't accurate, but he comes with his weapon. The sword mode is great. The gun mode looks great. I think the helmet, they did an excellent job. Like I said, I think the paint looks really nice. And this is just a really nice, cool figure. The way the gold and the silver look together. So I had to kind of have him on here. I did have to keep him a little bit low, because again, when it comes to Power Rangers, there's not a lot in terms of sculpting, but this is still a super good figure for what it is. And for Power Ranger fans, this is definitely an excellent piece. So he is my 18th figure. This is my favorite Lightning Collection figure this year. Let's move on. All right, for 17, we have my favorite WWE figure, my favorite Elite. We have Kushida. This is a flawless figure in the sense of, did they give us a Kushida? Yes. I love the deco on the gear. I think it looks great. I love that they gave him the pointing finger, even on his wrist. They painted the clock, and you could kind of get him pointing to it, not perfectly, but you could get it a little bit. Face sculpt is good. Soft goods for the jacket is just nice, and the rubber vest in combination with the soft denim jacket, I think, is perfect. I think this is just a really excellent figure, and I think this is one case where on their first attempt, I think Mattel delivered us the definitive Kushida, because even if they gave us an updated one, this is Kushida. Like, this is New Japan Kushida. If you got the New Japan Super 7 figures, this is the Kushida you want next to those guys. Just an excellent overall figure. I don't see how they could have done a better job. This was a good year for Mattel Elites. They really, really stepped up their game this year, and I think the fact that they've stepped their game up so much really, really shows, especially with this one. I think he's great. I think if you're a wrestling fan, even if you're not a WWE fan, but maybe you're a New Japan wrestling fan, and if you're getting the Super 7 figures, I think you need this. I think he works in multiple lines. I think he's perfect. He is my 17th favorite figure this year. My favorite WWE figure, we have the Elite Kushida. All right, and at the 16th spot, we have the Marvel Select Titanium Man. Now, this is the first discrepancy where I picked Titanium Man to basically encompass all of Diamond Select. I know they did some Avatar figures and they did some Disney figures, which I were getting, but I didn't really get enough of those to warrant them having their own spot, and I didn't feel, quite frankly, like they were good enough to kind of be on here. But I wanted to have, again, I wanted to have a little piece of all of my collection represented. So we have the Marvel Select Titanium Man. This was a figure a lot of people had on their top 10s. I think I saw this on almost everybody's top 10. This is a good, solid figure. This is an example of why Diamond Select stays in business, because Marvel Select more specifically, because when they give you these larger than life characters, that this would, yeah, like this would have to be a build a figure if Hasbro gave it to you, and they give it to us for like $25, $30. That's pretty nice. Titanium Man, great, comes with an alternate head, comes with alternate hands. This is just a super nice figure, and again, this is an example of what Diamond Select does best when it comes to the Marvel property, and just giving us these large characters. Fingers crossed we get a re-release of Mephisto this year. I would love that. I can't wait to get Uatu. But yeah, I like this figure a lot. If you're kind of, if you collect Legends but you don't really collect Marvel Select as much, maybe give them a chance. Maybe go pick up this guy and see how he feels, because this is just a great figure and it makes me so happy. And for Diamond Select, this was, I think, the top of the pile. So that is my 16th spot. Let's move. We're getting there. We're almost at the halfway point. Let's keep rolling. We're gonna jump in number 15. Really quick, I didn't say this at the start of the video. I'll just kind of say it now. There was a couple of brands that I couldn't include here, such as Ghostbusters Plasma Series, because they didn't really release enough, and what they did release was very subpar. I don't have any NECA Predators on this list, which I guess is like a spoiler, but I don't think I even bought any NECA Predators this year. Just wasn't anything in that line that kind of interests me. So I think for the most part, that's the one kind of spot that we're missing, is I don't have any Predators and I don't have anything for Ghostbusters. But with that out of the way, let's move on. Let's see who's number 15. I'm just gonna drop it because I got it right here in my hands. We have Scareglow, the Masters of the Universe Revelation Scareglow. Now this was the Mattel, whatever Mattel's online store is called, I forget. Mattel Creations. This is the Mattel Creations. This is a glow in the dark version. The glow in the dark gimmick actually does work nicely. This is a super nice figure. The cape with the bendy wire and the soft goods cape, I love it. The face sculpt, I love that he is glow in the dark, and I have to admit, I do have a soft spot for this guy because this is the Tony Todd Scareglow. But yeah, this is a great figure. The classic Scareglow is very, very valuable, very pricey. So I'm glad Mattel is giving people another chance with this one. I absolutely had to snatch him up, and like I said, because it's the Tony Todd voice Scareglow, I wanted the best version I could get, and I'm super happy with this. Super happy with this figure by far. And this was the year of Motu for me, guys. This was the year of Motu, and everything I got Motu that came out in this year alone, this was definitely the best. I think this figure is absolutely great, and if you collect Motu, or you have a Motu collection, you want to get this guy in your collection somehow. All right, for my number 14, we have a figure that I think flew flew under a lot of people's radar when it came time to make the top 10s, because this guy came out so early in 2021. But I think by far the best GI Joe classified figure we got this year was the Cobra Island Firefly. The detail on the face, I mean, the guns, the backpack, the fact that he comes with a little drone is just really nice. He comes with some dynamite. Love the paint apps on this figure. Love the deco. I think this is just for the classified line and what they're doing. I know this isn't technically a cartoon accurate Firefly, and I get that. I understand that, guys. But for what they're doing with the classified line, I think they delivered us they delivered us a Firefly that was almost perfect. The only thing, maybe if he was more kind of a cartoon accurate, again, the vest. I know the vest, you can pop the vest off if you want. If that's a big thing for you, you could take that off. But either way, with or without, I think this figure is absolutely great. Number 14 from GI Joe Classified, we have Firefly. All right, my friends, unlucky number 13 from Super 7. Guys, if you watch Spaghetti and Friends Toy Show on YouTube Friday nights at 9:30, 6:30, Eastern Pacific time, then I have a love-hate relationship with Super 7. I feel like with Super 7, they give you basic quality figures for a premium price, but they did not spare any expense with Okada. This is beyond a shadow of a doubt my favorite, I think the best figure Super 7 did this year. I think Super 7 actually really knocked it out of the park with Okada. The robe, the soft goods robe, all the deco hits on the robe, or the jacket, whatever you want to call it. I think absolutely nice. The IWGP title looks perfect. They painted it nicely. He's got the chains that he comes out with. The deco on the ring gear too, I think is really good. I love that he comes with so many great accessories. The money, face sculpt, not bad. Could have been better, could have been worse. But for Super 7, that, like I said, I do have such a love-hate relationship. I was not mad about paying $50 for this figure. I thought he was absolutely worth it, and actually I paid more with conversion to Canadian dollars, I should say. I was not disappointed by this figure at all. This is another one. It came out I think this time last year in 2021. I love this figure so much. Super 7, yeah, you did an excellent job. So unlucky 13, I think lucky 13. This is my favorite figure by Super 7. This is my 13th pick. Let's get it. We only got two more figures for part 1. Of course, we'll have another part later on that'll have 10 to 1. Let me know what you guys think is going to be on that, and of course, let me know what your guys' favorite figures were this year. Tell me in the comments. Let me know in the comments, because I love hearing that. I love hearing people's top 10s or top 5s. But I digress. We're gonna move on. Let's see who got number 12. All right, for number 12, I had to give it to NECA. I had to give it to the Turtles. My, beyond a shadow of a doubt, favorite Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles figure, Muckman. I think this is such a nice figure that NECA just put so much love into this guy. If you look at all the stuff going on, the hourglass, I love the feet where he's got the manhole cover, everything, just all the sculpted detail, all the paint work they did. They just really put a lot of love into this figure, and I feel like it shows. The face sculpt is dead on. Looks like he climbed right out of the cartoon. Love the paint apps. The gun is, the weapon is okay. It is what it is. But I think they just really gave us a good job. This was a deluxe figure, so no 2-pack. But yeah, as far as TMNT go, and I will mention, I don't collect any of the movie figures, so this was strictly cartoon figures. I think Muckman was absolutely the greatest. But I think what took him over the top for me and what maybe got him so high is is that he comes with a barrel of slime, which I didn't even know when I bought it. And I just kind of discovered that, and I think that's awesome that you could pour the slime. I guess you're supposed to pour the slime in the bucket. I haven't done it. I'm not gonna do it, but I think this is just such a nice little thing to give us, and it just brought me right back to my childhood, to when you would get little containers of slime from the little pop machines. You'd put in a loony and twist it. Just super nostalgic for me. Such a great figure for one of my favorite Turtles character. From one of my favorite Turtles characters. Try that again. Yeah, NECA put a lot of care into this figure, and it shows. And I love this guy, and he is my 12th favorite figure. But let's do it then. The last figure we're going to talk about today. Let's find out who's number 11. All right, number 11, my friends. Another dinosaur. I bet you were not expecting two dinosaurs on this list. From Hasbro, we have the Studio Series Grimlock. I think in a year where we got a ton of good Transformers, Hasbro with Kingdom really stepped up their game, and with the Studio Series 86 figures, they really, really stepped it up for Studio Series. I think this Grimlock is beautiful. I think this is the best Grimlock Hasbro has ever given us, outside of a masterpiece or outside of a third party. I think this is the best Grimlock you can get. I just love the way he looks. Simple, but right out of the cartoon. Looks perfect. Super movie accurate. Transformation is good. I'm not going to show the robot mode now. I'll probably review this guy at some point, but if you want to see him reviewed, let me know. But yeah, it's just a great figure. Great robot mode. Transformation, not too tricky. I like this figure so much. Grimlock, one of my favorite Transformers characters. And this, I think, absolutely blew every other Grimlock we got out of the water. I had to have this guy on here. It was a tough one because I almost had the Kingdom Cyclonus because he was so good. Kingdom Cyclonus was so good. But I think Grimlock just kind of edged him out. Like, look at that face. How could you not love that face? He had to be here. He had to be this high. My 11th favorite figure, and the last figure we're going to talk about for part 1 is Studio Series Grimlock, my absolute favorite Transformer we got this year. All right, that is it, my friends. From 21 to 11, I have counted down my favorite figures from these brands and these lines. We have Masters of the Universe, we have Transformers, we have WWE, Jurassic World, Ninja Turtles, G.I. Joe, Power Rangers, DC, and of course Super 7, Diamond Select, and McFarlane I lumped together. If there's anything that wasn't on here, don't worry, we still have another part with 10 more figures coming up. But make sure you let me know in the comments. Was there anything on here that you don't agree with or that you didn't think should be on here? Absolutely let me know. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I can't stress that enough, my friends. If you're already watching this video and you're not subscribed, I do ask, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're climbing. We're on the road to 500. That's our next milestone, and we're getting there. I think we're gonna get there soon. So if you guys would feel like throwing me a subscribe, then feel free. But of course, feel free not to. And even if you don't, keep watching the videos, because I'm happy you're here anyway. Even if you're not subscribed, I love you. But don't take that too seriously. Anyway, we're gonna wrap it up. As always, guys, thank you so much. Have yourselves a most amazing day. Kill it at whatever you're doing, because whatever it is you need to do, whatever hurdle you need to climb over in your life right now, I know you will knock it out of the park. As always, I've been Matitude22. You have been awesome. I will see you in the next video for part 2, 10 to 1. Thank you so much, and goodbye.